Hi, I'm Jasmine Omboi and this is Mwalimu Kipepeo podcast. Welcome to yet another episode where we learn a thing or two. Thank you for the massive feedback that I continuously receive from many parts of the world, and it is always a great honor to know that someone is listening. So to you Kenya, to you USA, to you UAE, to you Mauritius, to you Qatar, to you Germany, to you UK, and to you Israel, I say asante sana for being awesome frequent listeners. Today's episode is for you all, and I promise you it will be very interesting. Enjoy! Ladies, let's be candid. Have you ever had an oops moment? What did you do about it? Let me guess. You probably covered up and went home. Gents, have you ever wondered how you can help a woman who has just had an oops moment? Well, now we have the perfect solution for you. But wait, I've had an oops moment before, and this was during my first international flight while we were going on holiday with my family for New Year's. This was in December 2003, and we were traveling to South Africa. My dad was the only one who knew his way around, as he was working there at that time. So, as soon as I got up from my seat on arrival, my younger sister quickly got me back on my seat and told me how I had badly stained my blue jeans. See, my periods have always had a way of joining me through all, and I mean all of my holidays, even when I least expect it. So on this day, my dad was the one who helped me out in the airport just after we checked in. I, of course, had to cover up until we got to accommodation. Well, that's my story, but that doesn't have to be your story or any other woman's story anymore. Our guest today is a young woman who I have never met before, but she has positive vibes, and I really love and admire what she does. She does her job so well that just recently, the President of Kenya awarded her the Head of State Commendation, HSC, under the Civilian Division, in recognition of her outstanding services rendered to the nation through her various projects. I am honored to have her today because we share the same interests in many ways. Her passion for street families resonates with my passion for helping street mothers get sanitary pads. And for that, she's here to ensure that all of you are plugged in to the cause of generosity. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I present to you the very bubbly Njeri Muthaka, HSC. Hi, Njeri. Please tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hey, Jasmine. All right. My name is Njeri Muthaka. I'm a women's health activist currently living in Kenya and currently the chair lady for a community-based organization called Njeri's Kabati. Kabati, of course, means cupboard in Kiswahili, which is somewhere where we store our food and items, like in our house, it's like a cupboard. But the difference between my cupboard and the house cupboard is that our cupboard is public. Our kabati is open to the public. We reach out to vulnerable members in our society who need help temporarily, especially through this COVID time. Is when I feel like our organization really blew up. You'd find like some people would have a stable job, maybe a teacher, and then schools have closed and now their salary has come to sudden stop. So that's the part where we step in for a period of like about 3 months and we give you at least food and clothes and some of the things that you need. And of course, we do reach out to other needy members in society, like street families, children's home, basically anybody who needs our help temporarily. It's not permanent, it's just for a short time. Yes, so that's much about me, and yeah.
Okay, that's great. So, just let us know, when did you start Njeri's Kabati and why did you decide to start it?
People ask me this question a lot. When did you start Njeri's Kabati? Because we started hearing about you just the other day. What people don't know is that we've been around for the last about 10 years. The idea behind Njeri's Kabati came about from my birthdays. Every year on my birthday, I gather a few friends and we do something and we decide on what we're going to do. And the project that we do decide, we run with it for about a year. So last year on my 30th birthday, we did 30 days every day feeding 30 families. Just, turning 30 is a big deal. So I felt like we just need to feed like about 30 families, but COVID had just hit. If you and I know people were really affected. We expected to just feed 30 families and we started rallying people for donations, and God just opened doors for us, and we ended up in the 30 days in October last year, we ended up feeding more than 1,800 families. So over the previous years, we've had different projects. We've supported cancer patients, we've fed street families, we've visited children's home in Nairobi County, Kiambu County, just all around. But last year is when I feel that we actually felt like this is the journey that we wanted to take for a much longer time, and we registered our organization, and now we are in existence. We are on social media. People can actually go and check out what we do. They can also check out our website in a few days now. That's www.njeriskabati.co.ke. And yeah, that's how we started it. It started off by just friends coming together, doing something good for the community, just spreading kindness, spreading love. And our tagline, of course, is kindness is contagious. So we wanted to just create that ripple effect, see if we can inspire more people to just do good and reach out to more people in their areas, in their vicinities.
What are the challenges you have experienced so far?
When we started, my big sister told me, as you go on, your challenge will not be where the donations will come from. Your challenge will be where are you going to give your food and where are you going to store it. I think she could see the vision and the passion that was behind our hearts. And our biggest challenge right now is storage. We don't have anywhere to put our donations because at first it started off with my in my living room. I just had like 2 packets of unga, a little shopping for a family. But the more people got to hear what we were doing, people came on board, people donated clothes, people donated food, and we ended up not having somewhere to store our donations. And we started now storing in people's houses, and it just became very messy and disorganized. So I had to stop picking donations. Oh my, it broke my heart that I had to stop picking donations until we get a permanent location for Njeri's Kabati. And that is what we are targeting for this year's birthday. Which is coming up in October, and you guys are definitely invited for my birthday party. So my birthday party is normally when we launch our projects for maybe the next year. So this year we are hoping we'll at least do a small fundraiser where we can at least get somewhere to store our food, store our donations, because we do have donations stored up somewhere right now in my parents' house. I have clothes, I have food, I have beddings, I have beds, I have uh, wheelchairs, I have mattresses. My goodness! So if we can't find a place to um store donation, I think we'll be able to reach out to more and more and more people, not just in Nairobi County and Kiambu County, also get to travel to other counties that really need our help.
What is your target or your goal within the next 5 years?
In the next 5 years, or just in the next few months, if I may say, because that's the near future and the far future, I would love to just have a place for Njeri's Kabati because we have people, amazing partners of ours who have really pledged to support us. Like, for example, we have hospitals that have pledged to actually give us equipment for clinic for women who need help, gynecological support, we have companies who are willing to come on board and give us food, food that can we can share with street families, food that we can share with families who need help. So if we can just have a location, that would be my big. That's what I'm focusing on right now the most, because needy cases are there. We have a database of people. um Oh, and the fun part is the people we were actually supporting now are back on their feet because now COVID has let it go down. Now they are our partners. So that's my biggest goal in the next near future, just to have a place for Njeri's Kabati, and yeah, when we can just centralize all our activities.
Tell us about your schedule and the upcoming events, and also mention how you'd like the public to help you. or assist you in making those events successful?
We have different kinds of activities and Njeri's Kabati because I realized my friends are diverse. I have friends who have passion in for children, friends who have a passion in street families, friends who have a passion who just want to talk to mental health patients, different people. So what I do, I organize different activities for different months and different days. So if we're visiting children's home, I'll put it out there on our social media pages, and I'll put it out there through SMSs. Anybody who wants to join us for this particular activity, there's a deadline for registration, and then I'll just update them on that. Like recently, we had an amazing project for sanitary towels in town because I realized I had friends who really wanted to help girls, you know. So what we did, we came up with a project called a dignity bag, where women in Nairobi, in case you get an oops moment in town, it happens. In case you do get an oops moment in town, you can always visit one of our drop off points. We've partnered with a few friends, hotels, and Shikilia store in town, where you can walk in, ask them for a dignity bag. It has two panties, it has pads, it has wet wipes, and inside a little bag. And when they give you that, they'll also direct you to a washroom where you can clean up. You see, something like that. I mean, most men are down for that story. Also, we have friends who just want to go and just hold babies in children's homes. So we have all this in databases. So our activities are diverse. I think that's what makes Njeri's Kabati unique. We're not just one. We're just all about spreading kindness. We're just all about giving our hearts and sharing our hearts to people.
Which spots can people go and find free sanitary pads in case they have an emergency?
So what we're doing now is called Njeri's Kabati County Tour, because I had friends from Mombasa and Laikipia County, sijui wasioko Kisumu, and they're watching us on our social media. They're like, "Ai, kwani shida ziko tu Kiambu na Nairobi?" So guys, we requested if we can also go visit places uko kwao. So we're doing something called a county tour. This month, as I said, we started off with Nairobi County. Next month, we're going to be in Laikipia County, where we'll be visiting women and elderly women. So we are yet to actually finish our assessment on that. But first of all, what is running right now is the Nairobi County project, the PADS project, where women now can get sanitary towels in town. The drop-off points currently for sanitary towels, we have Shikilia store along Tomboya Street, on Elroy Plaza on the first floor, Shikilia store, Elroy Plaza on the first floor. Also, we have Heavenly Foods Restaurant in the same building. We will have a few drop-off points like Kenya Methodist University are willing to come on board, and I think next week we'll have already delivered them and quite a few stations. If you want to find them, please go to our social media pages, Njeri's Kabati on Facebook and Instagram. And of course, my WhatsApp is always open. Also, our website, www.njeriskabati.co.ke. Check out where the drop-off points are. If you're a woman in town and you get an oops moment, please don't be shy. Just walk in. Our marshals are willing to assist you.
So, finally, if anyone listening to you right now would want to volunteer or get in touch with you in regards to how you are helping the society, how can they reach you? How can they get in touch with you?
We are always looking forward to working with volunteers, because none of this would be possible if we did not have volunteers. Our volunteers, you guys, I love my volunteers. You guys make this possible. Our volunteers get in touch with us on our social media pages. So once you reach, or just call me on my direct number, on the website, there's a form that you get to fill on the website. Indicate how you want to partner with us, either you want to make a donation or you just want to physically volunteer with us for our project. Just drop me a DM on my socials, which are open on my socials, Njeri Muthaka or Njeri's Kabati. Just tell me what you want to do and we'll definitely get in touch with you. Also, we would like you to include your location, because when we're doing our county tour, we rely on our volunteers who are based all around the counties. So just get in touch, call me, DM me, email me. My socials are open for a discussion that's further from here.
On this day, August 13th, in the year 1960, the Central African Republic formally achieved independence from France. Sadly, since its independence, the Central African Republic has undergone years of unrest, resulting from a wealth of illegal guns, armed groups, and threatening neighbor countries. The nation is currently in a state of emergency, even as they mark their 61st Independence Day. Now you know. Thanks for listening to this week's episode of Mwalimu Kipepeo. Please like our Facebook page for brand new episodes every week. Remember to like and share this episode with everyone you know. I'm Jasmine Ombwe. Let's meet next week for another learning experience. Ciao!